Hello everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Elke Robshaw and I am the Chief Play Officer at Kong Academy, and I started the Joy of Movement group a couple of months ago. So today I want to talk about this piece of paper. And I used this one because you can hopefully see that it's actually being used, because it's really ratty and kind of almost falling apart. What this piece of paper has to do with the fact that one of my best friends in Germany got hospitalized 2 days ago. So 2 nights ago, I had a very, very vivid dream of one of my best friends back in Germany. And it was so real and still alive and with me when I woke up that I actually wanted to send her a text message to tell her about my dream. But unfortunately, she was just a little bit quicker. She had sent me a text message that she had been hospitalized that night because she works shifts, and so she was on a night shift, and she just collapsed and fell unconscious and was taken to hospital, where she is actually still right now because they're doing tests. And so she sent me a message. We've been sending messages back and forth. And then one of the messages that she sent me was, well, you know, it's actually not really surprising, considering that's a German word now, how much I've been robbing my body over the last few decades. So it's, and that then was a really interesting connection to some of the coaching calls I've had this week, which were very in a very similar line, that we as moms, we just don't have time to do anything for ourselves. We don't have time to look after ourselves. We don't have time to do things that are good for us. We don't have time to fill our cup to make sure that we are okay, because we have families, we have kids, we have a husband, we have pets, and they are all so much more important than we are. They are all, because they need our attention, they need our time, they need our energy, they need food, they need to be driven to whatever, to soccer practice and to gymnastics classes, and to be driven to school and picked up from school. They need breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. They need. And obviously they are so much more important than we are. So our needs are down here. And then we stack all the needs of our kids, our partners, our pets on top of ours, because they're more important. The only problem is, the more you stack stuff on top of the foundation, the more pressure that foundation gets, and eventually it crumbles, and eventually you collapse and you fall unconscious and you get hospitalized. And you know what? Right now, my friend's kids, they get food somehow. Her husband manages it somehow. They also have a dog that gets taken care of somehow. Right now, she cannot do anything because she's in hospital. So that brings me to this really important piece of paper, because you know what? Your kids, your husbands, your pets' needs are not more important than your needs. You need to make sure that your cup is full, that you look after yourself, that you take care of yourself, your mental health, your body, your brain. You really matter. And even if you don't do it for yourself, do it for your kids, do it for your partner, do it for your pet, because only while you're around, and while you have the energy, and while you have the mental capacity and brain power and physical strength to do all the things you feel are your job, only if you have all of those things can you do that job. If you don't have those strengths, those powers, those capacity anymore, you cannot do anything. So yes, as you can see, I'm really passionate about this, because it is driving me insane that every mom, and actually I see my glasses are broken. Oh my God, I can't see without them, but they're broken. So that looks really great. So that, because all moms think that their needs matter the least and everyone else's needs matter more. Anyways, here, earn your screen time. This is a system that Kurt came up with, because Kurt, my partner, was really fed up with my kids constantly arguing about doing or not doing things that we thought they should be doing. And it's like we're not trying to put them into child labor. It's just basic things like take the garbage out, clean the dishwasher or empty out the dishwasher, clean the kitchen, put the stuff back in the dishwasher. And it's really nothing dramatic, but it's something that helps me a lot, because then the kitchen is clean and the garbage is taken out and it doesn't look like a mess. And so we had constant arguments about them not wanting to do any of that stuff, which eventually they did it. But actually, by the time we argued about them doing it, my energy was so drained that I thought, oh, for Christ's sake, I might as well do it myself, because that costs me less energy than arguing with them all the time. So eventually Kurt made this piece of paper. It's super, super simple. It's on our fridge. I have 2 kids, so it has their name on it, and then it has stuff that we want them to do. For example, finish homework, do the house chore, 1 hour of physical activity, pick up your stuff. And because my boys practice violin. It is super, super simple. And now it's going to be a little bit hard because this is on the fridge. And what happens when they're done, they just put it up and then you can see a little done sign. And once all of those things are up, you know what they get? They earned screen time. How cool is that? So this thing it's so simple, but it helps me in so many ways, because first of all, amazing, my kitchen is clean all the time, because I have shared custody with my boys, and so they normally come here at lunchtime. And at lunchtime, the first thing they ask me is like, what do you need to do? Do I need to empty out the dishwasher, or should I do the kitchen, or what should I do? So I just tell them, do this, this, and this. They do it without questions asked. That took a little while. So for the first few weeks, they pretended that I was trying to get them to sell them into child labor. But after a while, they realized arguing doesn't have much point. So they just do it. Then they also know that, now that school starts again, they have to do their homework. They have to pick up their stuff. And whenever they're done, they put that little flap up and they know, oh, it's done now. Which also means I don't have to remind them. I don't have to say, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? And it's not only the reminding, it's also then starting to argue. It's like, because they just don't want to do any of the stuff they're supposed to do. So then I have to start arguing, which takes up so much energy, and I hate doing it. So all of this is taken out. They just do their stuff, and when their stuff is done, they have screen time. And then I don't have to feel bad about giving them screen time, because they actually earned it. They already moved, they were physically active, so I don't have to feel bad about them playing video games. And they've already done all their stuff, which also means it frees up a lot of my mental capacity. And it just doesn't take up any of my time and energy, and stuff gets done for me that I don't have to do. So now that taking back to my friend being in hospital, it means I have more free time. And even if it just means half an hour, where instead of, and let's face it, it's significantly more, because it's not actually you doing the stuff, it's also you arguing with your kids about stuff that needs to get done. So I probably save an hour a day. That hour a day means I can go for a nice walk, I can just sit in the backyard, I can read a book, I can listen to music, I can, I can just use that time to fill my cup, to then have more energy and time to be present with my family, not to be stressed out, not to be tired, not to be just pissed off, but just to be actually pretty happy and relaxed with them. So that was what I wanted to share today. Don't feel you have to do it all. Get your kids and your family involved. They can do stuff too. And because your needs matter. And if it's not for you, your needs matter, so you have something to give to your family. So that was me for today. I'm going to send out an email now to everyone with the details about the Joy of Movement sessions that are going to start again next week. I am really excited. And I wish you all a wonderful weekend, and I hope that I'll see you all, or at least some of you, next week. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.